From one war to another, Hamas attacked Israel on the 7th of October. It's been nearly 2 months. Now, we all know how the attack happened. What we don't know is, how did Israel not see it coming? There were many signs, many warnings, and one of them apparently appeared on the stock markets. It was first mentioned in a research paper. Now, the attack, as we know, happened on the 7th of October, but 5 days before that, on the 2nd of October, something strange happened. Someone took a bet against the Israeli economy. They began short-selling Israeli securities. And when the war broke out, they made a profit. Essentially, they walked away with a lot of money. What does this mean and why is this important? To answer this, we must answer a basic question first. What exactly is short selling? Now listen to this carefully. Imagine your friend has a toy and it costs around 10 rupees. You borrow that toy from your friend and sell it. So now you have 10 rupees. And you're also sure that the price of this toy will fall. Eventually it does. It does fall. The price falls to 5 rupees. And that's when you buy it back. You buy it for 5 rupees and then return the toy to your friend. So here's what you did. You borrowed a 10 rupee toy, sold it for 10 rupees and bought it for 5 rupees. Essentially, you've made a profit of 5 rupees. That's how short selling works. Instead of toys, you do it with stocks. You start selling stocks that you know are going to fall. And this is what happened in Israel. Someone shorted Israeli securities, and they did it in very large numbers. The study looked at the Israel Exchange Traded Fund. Israelis use this fund to make investments. On any normal day, around 2,000 shares are shorted on this exchange. That's the normal level, 2,000 shares. But on the 2nd of October, it was around 227,000 shares. 227,000 shares were shorted. For example, take the shares of the Leumi Bank. It's Israel's largest bank. Between September 14th and October 5th, 4.43 million new shares of this bank were sold short. And it was done by one trader. When Hamas attacked Israel, the bank's share price dropped almost 9%. So whoever shorted the stock made a lot of money off it. And this is just one case. What does this mean? It means that someone knew, or a bunch of people knew, that the attack was going to happen. So they bet against the Israeli economy, and when the attack did happen, they made money, a lot of it. Which brings us to the obvious question, who were these traders? How did they know that an attack was imminent? The obvious guess is that these are people linked to Hamas. They were planning the attack and they wanted to make money off it. And what is Israel doing about this? They say they're investigating. But why wasn't anyone monitoring all of this? A sudden and sharp rise in short selling and no one raises a red flag. And apparently this has never happened before. Not before the 2014 war, not before the pandemic, not even before the judicial overhaul protests. Such rampant short selling is a first of sorts for Israel. So it appears that Hamas not only attacked Israel, they also shorted them and earned millions of dollars in the process. But look at the cost of this. 60 days of war and counting, more than 15,000 people killed, including more than 6,000 children, Palestinians. After a few days of ceasefire, the bombing has resumed. Israel's ground operation is targeting South Gaza now, and Gazans have nowhere to go. They fled the north to relative or notional safety in the south, but now the south is under attack. Look at Khan Yunis, a city in southern Gaza. Israel has declared it a quote-unquote dangerous combat zone. This is the second largest city in the Gaza Strip, home to more than 440,000 people. Israel says they must leave. But where will they go? They're not allowed to leave Gaza. They cannot go to the north, so they're trapped. Israel says the war will go on until Hamas is destroyed. But that's not a measurable target, the destruction of Hamas. And for the people of Gaza, it's the death sentence.